right, let's round up P4 here. Let's talk about the TCU Horned Frogs. This is one of my favorite classes. I feel like this class, nobody's talking about how underratedly sneaky.
Both of these next two classes are like sneaky good.
Yes, and I think they are so much fun. When you look, we just talked about SMU, how they have really pass the ball around a little bit when it comes to the talent that they have picked up at each one of the different positions. TCU's the same way. And one of the most talented prospects, I'd say, in the class of 2025 is Summer Creek defensive end Chad Woodfork.
Absolutely. Chad Woodfork, we're going to the ball talking zone.
We are going to the
ball
talking zone.
We're talking ball? Okay.
We're here.
Okay. If we're talking ball, and we're talking ball at Summer Creek, talking about Chad Woodfork. They've got a ton of players over there. I love Blake Thomas, what he does at the quarterback spot. Got a couple of other big-time playmakers there. Of course, going to a state championship game last year. Still in the hunt this year. Big game with Kingwood this weekend. But the man in the middle, Chad Woodfork, is a lethal pass rusher.
He's 6'4", 220, a lean, mean QB killing machine. He had double-digit sacks this year for Summer Creek. Really explodes out of his stance. He's a freak show athlete, has a 33.5-inch vertical, and I think the reason he chose TCU is because TCU defensive coordinator Andy Avalos would be his position coach, coaching those edge rushers right there. So this is a great get for TCU.
There's been a Summer Creek program that's been on the rise the past couple of years. Obviously, the state championship trip last year, looking for another one this year. And a big reason why has been the steps they've made on the defensive side with Woodfork kind of at the tip of the spear. He is a guy who gets after it. He demands a double team pretty much every snap here at the high school ranks. And I'm interested to see, especially if they can get a little bit more weight on him in Fort Worth, he could be a real monster.
When you talk about the weight, and because of that, if I'm a betting man, I don't think he's making an instant impact his freshman year, but look for him in 2 years down the road. He could fill out to about 245, and then it gets really scary if he keeps that athleticism. So give him a year to cook in a college weight room, and he's coming after you.
Chad Woodfork is a ball-playing dude. We are ball-talking dudes here in the ball-talking zone.
Let's take a look at a couple of more ball-playing dudes here for the TCU Horned Frogs. And one of the names on here that stands out to me the most, I would say, is Columbus quarterback Adam Schobel. We have been talking about this guy since he was a freshman at Columbus. And you always say when we talk about him is that he is almost guaranteed to throw for more than 2,500 yards every single year because he has.
Yeah, until this year, and they played in some extra games this year because they're still in the playoffs. He's going to probably go for 3,500 yards this season.
Which
that's okay if you're a TCU fan.
Correct. Absolutely. And he'll probably throw to one of my other favorite players, and that's Austin Anderson, wide receiver Ed Small, one of the strongest hands I have seen at the wide receiver core, I'd feel like, in the state of Texas. I also really like Michael Strickland, too, the cornerback out of Brownsboro, Texas. Just a really, really fun class. Who stands out to you the most?
This is my sad sleeper picking face. You know, I'm sad.
Who are
Why?
you gonna pick?
Because TCU has so many great sleepers to talk about. Like, I could be in this class all day breaking down these guys because I'm excited about the type of talent that they brought in. Names like Joseph Albright, John Denman, Julius Sims, Jacoby Hayes. North Texas fans who flipped to TCU today. All these guys, Dillon Arkansas, Dane Jones. Like, I can just go down this list and just be so excited about these guys because they're football playing jokers that know how to play the game and they bring intensity. And that's what I love to see in a recruit. A lot of times college coaches ask me, who do you have, Greg? Who can I look at here or there? And I put them into two categories. Can they play or can they not play? These dudes can play.
Mine was Jacoby Hayes. My sleeper pick was absolutely Jacoby Hayes. Just a ball-playing dude. I feel like a little bit undersized, but when I got to see him in person, he's just explosive. TCU Horned Frogs getting a big get from Jacoby Hayes. Definitely my sleeper.